Blog entry. The feeling is back. August 6, 2011, 6:45 p.m. Through the ages of 5 and 7, I along with my two older brothers were one of two families on our street that had the Nintendo Entertainment System. For those hardcore nerds, you guys know it as the NES 001. It provided limitless hours of entertainment with happiness, anger, and quite possibly the best gaming experience ever in my young life. Nothing compared to it. The joy was quickly killed as I found out that my eldest brother happened to take apart the black and gray box of joy, just because he wanted to see what was inside. He claims he was cleaning it. I am not arguing, I'm just merely stating a fact that he happened to remember, but yet I remember it a different way. Knowing that the NES was the gateway gamer drug, I knew it wouldn't be the last system I would ever own, but the 8-bit graphics was my drug of choice. Nothing would be able to bring back the same feeling from my childhood. Flash forward 19 years as I helped my now roommate clean the remainder of what was left in his mom's attic. As I walk in, I notice something very familiar hiding among the crap that was left. There it was, the NES 001. With a little cleaning up to do, it was basically good as new. I quickly called dibs if Sam didn't want it. He said, "Now it's yours, now get to work." We got it home with a few more odds and ends we took from the attic and sat on it for a little over a week, not knowing whether or not it would actually work. August 6th, 2011 came, and I asked my brother to give me and the box of joy a lift to the only place we actually trusted, Power Play Video Games, to figure out if the 26-year-old system would work or not. We hooked up the system to one of 6 TVs in the back of the store and turned it on with Akari Warriors. Nothing. I was so down, knowing that there now might be a snowball's chance in hell to get it working. My friend Morgan was working, and she said she needed something to do to keep her busy, and this was her project. She gets the screwdrivers and took out the screws, but one of them was so damaged. She asked me to turn away, knowing I was getting nervous as hell. I turned away staring into the storage room, and right as soon as she started opening it, I turned around and freaked. She'd gotten a second screwdriver and attempted to pry open the system by force, and I'm going absolutely insane on the inside. She knew how bad me and my brother wanted to get this thing to work, so in her mind, she wanted to get inside by any means necessary, even if it was by brute force. At this point in time, I step out for a smoke, and what would normally take me 6 to 8 minutes takes me a grand total of 4 deep breaths, and I was back inside. When I get back inside, it was open, and it took some cleaning on the motherboard. Rubbing alcohol does wonders on systems as she cleaned up what she could see, and noticed that one of the exposed circuits was corroded. Now knowing that one circuit wasn't going to keep the entire system from working, we tried it again. We turned on the power and it was flashing red, which was way better than expected. We tried another game from the store. The power light was solid red, but no image. Now we were getting somewhere. Yet we get another title, and only after the 5th, 6th, or 7th attempt, honestly I lost count, Morgan actually got it working. We put the top back on the Corvette, and my brother happened to get all the cords for the NES for me, and we go home. This is where the awkward part comes in. I bring in the TV from my brother's room and decided to hook up the NES to it while my dad and my buddy Randall was over, and I felt like I was 5 years old all over again. With my roommate finding his stash of games, Dig Dug 2, Super Mario Bros. With Duck Hunt, and The Legend of Zelda, the Gold Card. My dad saw the eagerness in my eyes as I'm trying each game one by one to see if they work on the newly acquired console. All 3 did not work on the first try, but as I'm reliving the days of blowing into the carts and into the system itself, I've never felt this good in the past year or so. The first game I got working was Super Mario Bros., and lo and behold, I did not miss a single step. Knowing where all the warps were, I was giddy with delight. And yes, I said giddy, like a schoolgirl. I am not ashamed to admit it. I was cursing out loud with my friend Randall and my dad looking at me like I should have dinner and going to bed at 7 o'clock. Then without a beat, I turned to my father and the exchange of dialogue ended up something like this. Me. It's really weird to see me this happy, isn't it? Dad. This is the happiest I've seen you in quite some time. I knew the feeling I had when I was 5 years old was back, and I hope to be able to expand the library either with my brother's help or getting them myself. But thanks, Sam. The feeling is back. If you like this video, please hit subscribe at the top of the page. I'm Cupcheck, and I'm out.